Hello everybody, nice to see y'all again. This is me, Sam, right here. Just plain old Sam, no blue tech guy here. At least in this video. So this is just a quick vlog that I'm going to vlog to y'all about. And what I'm going to be talking about in this video, now this, right off the bat I'm going to tell you, this might not be a video for you. If you're not interested, you can stop now. You've seen the intro title before, so you already know what I'm going to talk about. So, yeah, if this is not for you, anything like that, you know, don't troll or anything like that. You don't have to watch. Okay. So, yes, we're going to be talking about my procedure. Yes, on November 27th, I had a procedure done known as a colonoscopy. Now, usually, mostly in your 40s and 50s, you usually have to get this done on a routine basis. And what it is basically they look for colon cancer. Cancer is basically the main thing that they look for. You know, they look to see if you have colon cancer, prostate cancer, and things like that. They also look for little ball-like things known as polyps. Sometimes polyps can be a pre-cancer. You know, that just all depends. So that's what they look for. You know, when you have this done, it's done routinely. In some cases, it's done every 5 years, every 10 years, sometimes sooner if they found a problem. So this was what I had done on November 27th at one of our local hospitals. It's early in the morning. So what I'm going to be showing you all later on is some footage. I've got footage of you know, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 clips of me at the hospital, and then I have footage of me actually preparing for the procedure at home, because it does involve some preparation. You do have to clean yourself out. So, right off the front, I'm going to try to be a little sense of humor here, guys, but, I mean, you are going to be up, probably, you're going to have it up to here in crap. And I literally mean crap, because to prepare, you got to cleanse. You have to be all cleansed out and clean, so that's probably the most invasive part of the procedure. Because there's a whole lot of pooping going on, you know what I mean? So, yeah. So you're going to see, I mean, no, you're not going to see me sitting on the toilet. I'm not going to show you that. There's no need to show you that. If you want to see that, there's other videos of other people that actually record themselves emptying themselves out, if you know what I mean. Taking a poop. Okay, but you know, I am going to show you the preparation. I'm going to actually show you of me drinking the stuff with my reactions. And then there's a few clips of me at the hospital as I'm getting ready, and then another clip of when the procedure's finally done. The actual procedure was not being recorded. I did not film the actual procedure. I wasn't too sure if maybe because there were some medical students in there observing my procedure. I did give consent for medical students to observe. I also did consent for them to do videos. So I don't know. And the videos that they do will probably be for training purposes. So I'm probably going to appear on somebody's medical training video. They're probably going to show me in some lecture hall or something. I did give consent for that. So, yeah. I like Jerry Seinfeld when he calls them the paparazzi, because so if you guys don't know what a colonoscopy is, I'm sure you know what it is, but I'm going to briefly describe what it is, and then we're going to go into some footage. What a colonoscopy is basically, it is a procedure where they take a long black tube. Maybe, if I can, I'll insert a photo somewhere here in the corner. I'll see if I can get time to insert photo. If the photo does not appear, it probably means that I did not insert it after all. But I may insert a photo of what it looks like. But anyway, it's basically just a long black tube, and if you think of it as just taking the sensor and the lens off of a GoPro camera, you know, stripping it all the way down to just the lens and sticking that onto the end of a tube, what looks like a little tiny hose. And that hose is connected to a light source. It also has a fiber optic cable running through it. It's black. It's a black tube. And it also has a channel through it, what they call a channel. And through that channel, they can They can do suction to suction anything out. They can pass instruments if they need to take biopsies. And in many cases, if they need to remove any polyps, because if polyps are found, they will usually remove them right then and there. So, yeah, that's what that is. And, well, of course, that black tube can only go in 2 ways into your body. There is, by the way, you see a wristband here. This is not my hospital wristband. I was at an amusement park the other day, so I still have this on. But anyway, that black tube is used for one of only 2 purposes. It's a flexible, what they call a flexible endoscope. Now, so they take that black tube and they put it into you in one of 2 ways. Yeah, either down your throat, either you're gonna swallow it, or it's gonna go up your back end, down in the bottom there, So in my case, I had colonoscopy, so yeah, for me, they went way down south. Okay, so yeah, so that's what it is, and that's what they do. Now, once again, I'm going to say the actual procedure, I did not film it. I probably could have, because like I said, they were medical students. I probably could have just handed my phone to somebody and told them to record it, but I didn't feel the need to do that. Now, if you want to see that, I'm sure there are other people that did film their procedures, so you can go look for other videos. I'm just going to show you a few clips and my preparation, and then I'm going to come back and talk more about it. So, without further ado, let's roll this footage. This video might be kind of lengthy. We're at about 7 minutes already, so if you've had enough, once again, you can stop right now. All right. Before this procedure, so I'm going to just show y'all real quick. So this is Suprep Bowel Prep. This is the stuff that you got to take. It's got some, yep. So this is the stuff that's essentially going to make you go. It's going to clean me out. That's what it's going to do. Now, I've seen people on YouTube say that this stuff is nasty. So we're going to find out. But I've also heard people say that it's goes down pretty well with cold chilled water. So I got my container here that I'm going to mix it in with. And I've got a straw that I'm going to stir it up with and use it to drink. And what we have here are 2 6-ounce bottles. Excuse me. This is a 16-ounce container right here. This is the container you got to use. So if any of y'all have to do this in the future and they give you the Suprep, this is what comes in the box. This is the contents. Now, of course, maybe preparation might be a little different for each patient. So, yeah. If you're going to have a colonoscopy, make sure you follow your doctor's instructions. So anyway, what I was told to do is there are 2 6-ounce containers of this stuff, and I am to take one right now at this time, which I was told at 5 p.m., and the other one follow it up 3 hours later, because it was at 5 and at 7. So we're going to start up with the first one right here, and we're going to get the second one going, and I'm going to give y'all a little taste test. So I've got it open right here. I opened it, broke the seal, and I don't know, guys. This stuff is going to be nasty. What does it smell like? It smells like cough medicine. That's what it smells like. That's what they said on YouTube. Other people that I've seen, they say it smells like cough medicine. And it does. But they say it tastes like beach water. We're going to find out. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to pour the contents. And let's make sure I don't spill any of it. Okay. There you go. The whole bottle. You pour it in. You're going to drink this stuff. It looks like water. Okay. And now we're going to mix it in with this regular water. So we're going to put this to the side, put everything over there. We can't spill anything because you have to drink all of it. So here's my cold chilled water. And it says to pour to the line. So I'm going to make sure that I do it. So I hope I can keep it in frame right there for you guys. And I need to pour it. It does smell like cough medicine. So where's the line? Okay, I think the line is right there. So we're going to basically to the top of the glass. So we're going to pour the water in just like that to the top of the glass. Now you kind of mix it up just like that. That's what you do. Alright. Alright folks, so here I am. Switch to my front camera real quick. I gotta shave too. Okay, so here's the bowel prep solution. It's cold. It feels nice and cold. Chill water. And there's the straw, and this is me drinking the stuff. Yeah, this is the laxative stuff for my colonoscopy. So here we go. Oh, god damn. Oh. It tastes like cough medicine, like very strong cough medicine with a slight salty taste. Oh man, this stuff is nasty. Ugh. Oh my gosh. I gotta drink it all. Oh my god. This is torture, people. Ooh. Oh. Alright. Alright, Sam, get yourself together. You gotta do it. Oof, gotta take a break. Oh man, this stuff makes you gag. Well, at least me, I don't know. Maybe people different react to it differently. Oh. We got 1 minute going. I don't know if you guys, I don't know. They say gulp it down, but I don't know about gulping it down. Maybe when I get halfway, I'll do it. I don't know. I'm still going. And yeah, and I got to do this again 3 hours later, so you can imagine. All right. Now the next part is to go sit on the throne and go. But I'm not going to show that part. No, you don't want to see it anyway. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. All right. So at this point in time, I have already taken the bowel prep solution, and now the ball is rolling, should I say. So, fast forwarding to a couple of hours, I have now started going to the bathroom, and I've gone to get myself all nice and cleansed. So what was that like? Well, let me just give it to you in a nutshell. Let's just say it's like a very severe, and I mean severe, case of the runs. Talk about diarrhea, right? So it's basically like, I mean, because that stuff really cleans you out. I mean, it disintegrates everything in your gut, and it comes right all out. I mean, it's just like, yeah, seriously. When it comes out, it sounds like a water faucet. TMI, guys. I hope I'm not grossing anybody out. But anyway, well, I'm doing this video because I want to, hopefully it's informative and it can ease some fears for anybody that's going to have this done that might be a little anxious or a little nervous, because I was, and actually it was not that bad. Like I said, the preparation is the worst part of the procedure. At this point, the next decision that you would make, or sometimes your doctor might make this decision for you to determine what's best for you. And that is either to be sedated or to be awake for the entire procedure. Because in some cases, you can be awake. You can watch everything on the monitor, talk about real-life gut TV, right? Okay, so you can do that, or you can be sedated. Sometimes you're given the option, or your doctor will make the choice for you. In my case, my doctor made the choice for me and chose that I should be better off sedated. So I was sedated, and I was given propofol. Everybody knows propofol, right? It's a very famous drug now. Yeah. So, yeah, I was given propofol. So in that situation, they had to put it in IV. They put an IV in, they put it in right there, in my right arm. And of course, with the IV, your body's also getting nutrients, like, well, not nutrients, but it's getting, it's getting a nice drink of water without you having to drink, because it's an IV solution. And they give you the propofol through that IV line. Also, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, is that you must I mean, you are asked to fast the night before. So when you wake up, like the one day prior to the procedure, when you wake up that morning, at least this is what was done for me. It depends. It might be different for you. I was told not to eat anything the day prior to the procedure. So the day before, when I got up in the morning, no breakfast, no lunch, no dinner, no nothing, nothing solid. Just clear fluids all day long. And then by the evenings, take the bowel prep solution, get all cleaned out. And then by the next morning, nothing to eat or drink after midnight. So, and I want to say that was not that hard. Some people say, oh, I'm starving. I want to eat. I'm so starving. I didn't really feel that much. I just knew I couldn't eat, but I wasn't really like starving. So I made it fine. That was not too invasive for me. I just knew I couldn't eat, and that was it. So yeah, so that's what happened there. Now the next clip of me will be, it's a very short clip, but it's of me in the hospital, getting situated in the room, and then there'll probably be there. I think there might be one or two clips. I'm not too sure. Um, and yeah, and then there'll be another video clip of me being discharged where I come in and say, okay, folks, it's done, and then I'll come back and talk a little more about it. All right, so. Like I said, this video might be pretty lengthy, so please feel free to stop at any time if you're getting bored. Okay, everybody, it's the moment of truth. I'm here. I'm checked in. I got my band. I got my pulse thingy here. This is my bed. So I guess this is my room, and for the time that I'm here. So we're getting closer, guys. We're getting closer. Y'all will be seeing this afterwards. It'll be a look back. Okay, so yeah, that was me there just getting prepared for the procedure. I was all tucked in. I had my IV in and everything. So now I was taken to the procedure room. So now, what was it like for me to have a colonoscopy? Well, let's talk about it, okay? Let's talk about the procedure because I want to ease anybody's anxiety out there. If you're having a procedure, I want you to be at ease. So I'm going to tell you my personal experience. So here we go. So at this point in time, I was taken to the procedure room. The nurse comes and, you're in that stretcher, in that bed, and they basically just roll the entire bed. It's not like they take you off of it and put you in a wheelchair. I've seen some videos where they have the patient walk into the procedure room. But apparently I did not. They rolled the entire bed down a corridor way and over to the procedure area, and yeah, so it's pretty neat. The nurse was kind of like joking with me along the way, and there were other patients going as too, so I was not the only one. We get to the procedure area where all the endoscopy rooms are at. I think there was like 8 rooms or something. And it was like 2 other patients, so the nurse stops, and there's another patient in front of me, and another patient over there, and then I look up back toward the nurse and say, "Oh, wow, I guess we're in rush hour traffic back here, aren't we?" She goes, and she's like, smiles and laughs like, "Yep, rush hour traffic." So, it was, and they, it's all this sense of humor, and it's like I say, they were trying to ease my anxiety, which is good, you know what I mean, because if you've ever heard of white coat syndrome or white coat anxiety, I get that pretty bad. My blood pressure starts going, my heart starts racing, my fingers get cold. It's like, oh man, yeah. But anyway, yeah, so, they take me into the procedure room, and then, they position me in there and, put me in the proper position. Then the nurses come on over, and they make sure I'm very comfortable. They made sure that I was very comfortable. That was one of their main priorities, was my comfort, me being comfortable. So, we go in there, and one thing about surgical rooms or operating procedures, I'm going to tell you right now, operating theaters, those parts of the hospital are so cold. If you've ever had surgery, you know what I'm talking about, or anything like that. It's like if they took you into a back cooler area, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like if you've ever been to the local grocery store and you go to the meat market, and you'll notice that that part of the grocery store is always freezing cold. Operating rooms are just like that. They're so cold. They're very big. They're very echoey. It's like, oh my goodness, what I mean? Although this procedure room was not like that, it was, not very big. It was fairly small, but it was cold. It was very cold. Um, so, I told them that I was cold, and, the nurses, they did actually, how can I say? They actually did something about it. So, I had a blanket on, but I was still cold. So they come on over, and they come on over with at least one or two more blankets, and they put them on me. And these blankets, might let you know, these blankets were nice and warm. You know what I mean? So obviously they have a place where they probably keep warm blankets at all time. I'm assuming they do. Because, they were warm. It's kind of like if you were just freshly taking clothes out of a dryer. And they placed it on me, and then they take another one and they put it over. So now I am really nice and comfy. I'm warm and comfy. I don't even feel the coldness in the room anymore. So yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad they did that for me. You know what I mean? It's at that hospital. They want to make, they just want to make the experience as pleasant as possible. And they did. So I lay there, and then all of a sudden, like I said, I gave consent for medical students, so medical students started coming in, and the nurses were positioning me, and then the anesthesiologist comes in. The actual doctor himself, I didn't see him. I think he came in after I was sedated. So everybody's there, and then they're asking me more questions, and the nurse is showing me, a picture of the colon and what's going to happen and what they're going to do and possible things they could find. So, she does that. Once she gets that done, then the anesthesiologist is asking me some other final questions. They check my wristband again. I keep in mind, they must have checked my wristband at least 20, 30, 40 times and asked me for my name and date of birth at least another 20, 30, 40 times. But they do that, and they have to do that. So if you're going to have a procedure, just go with the flow. I know some people kind of like, you're asking me again, and they're kind of getting aggravated. Don't do that, because it is for your protection and for theirs. It helps to alleviate medical mistakes. They need to verify. It's very important that they do that. So, if you're going to have a procedure, don't let that bother you about them asking you for your name and date of birth. Don't be like, well, it's on the band. No, they need to hear it from you, because they're double checking and double checking. They're checking themselves twice and twice again and twice again. So yeah, so once they did that, and then the anesthesiologist comes in, and they put a cannula thing on me, an oxygen mask on me. Well, they put a cannula, and then they put a mask over that. So I was bombarded with oxygen because I have sleep apnea. So they didn't put a CPAP machine on me, but they just made sure that I had plenty of oxygen, which was also good. And they, all the emergency preparations were in place in case if something went wrong. So I'm laying there, and I can see the heart monitor, and while I can't see it very well, especially without my glasses, but I could hear it going beep, 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 how it beeps with every heartbeat. So yeah. So they're all getting situated. They're still kind of getting some final preparations. They're still finishing up, setting up things behind me, all around me, and so on. Then finally the anesthesiologist sits by my side at the bedside. Oh, which is nice. I also had a nurse telling me, and they give you good reassurance. One of the nurses tells me, okay, I'm going to be here with you at your bedside. I'm going to be with you throughout the whole procedure. She kind of like just pats my shoulder and kind of like holds my arm, and it's like, I'm going to be with you the whole time. I'm going to be here with you. You got nothing to worry about. When people give me reassurance like that, it does ease my anxiety and it makes me very comfortable. So anyway, yeah, so she did that, and then the anesthesiologist sits by my bedside as well. He's there, and they check in the IV line and stuff like that. So then he's got the propofol, the syringe loaded up and ready to go. So um, I turn around and tell him, well, I guess it's time, right? This is the good stuff, right? And he kind of smiles and says, yeah, this is the good stuff. So he puts it in the IV, and then as soon as, now this is the time where I go to La La Land and I take a nap. So he pushes a little bit on the syringe. He kind of like gives it a little push, like a small dose, and stops for a few seconds. Now, let me tell you, when he stops right there, oh man, boy, within about 10 seconds, it kicks in. I feel it like, it's like I feel lightheaded, spinning, dizzy sensation, then lightheaded, and then like a very tired, but a relaxing sensation. It's nothing that you're going to get nervous about. It's just a very relaxing sensation. I mean, if you've ever experienced, what do they call that? Euphoria or something like that, like being high, and very mellowed. That's what it's like, and, my eyelids are getting really heavy. I can't keep them open. But from the moment that I started feeling that, I tell the anesthesiologist, oh, I can feel it. Oh, I feel it. I can feel it. I'm going down. That's it. I'm going to keep talking. And then, I was out. That's it. That's all I remember. Then, okay, the procedure went on. And I'm going to tell you, from this point in time, I felt nothing. And I had no recollection of the procedure at all. As a matter of fact, I woke up. I opened my eyes and I was still very groggy, sleepy, and dazed. And I'm just thinking, well, have you guys even started yet? I'm laying here. And nurse comes over like, okay, all right, honey, we are done. That's it. And I'm like, you're done? My groggy voice. Are we done? We're done. That's it. How did I do? My groggy voice. And she's like, you did great. So, that just goes to show I felt nothing. So, that will help ease anybody out there who's going to have a colonoscopy. And if you do get anxious, go with sedation. And, in some cases, you do have the option to stay awake through the whole procedure. Some people do. But, if you want the maximum comfort and pleasant experience, go with sedation. Take the propofol if they offer it to you. You will have no recollection of the procedure. You will not be worried about feeling pain or if it's going to, anything like that. You're not even going to worry about your dignity. It's like, okay, oh my God, my butt, they're going to shove this thing up my boop, boop, boop. You're not even going to care. You're going to be under. You're going to be asleep. You won't even know what's going on. So, then I wake up and the next thing they want me to do is pass gas. So yeah, I have to fart. And lo and behold, while I was there waking up, there were two nurses. All the medical students were gone. The doctor was gone. The anesthesiologist was not there. When I opened my eyes, he was not there anymore. All the machines had been turned off. They had already taken all the leads off my chest. And all I had was the little pulse thingy thing. They had already disconnected that. And there was just nurses doing some final, just little final things that they do before they take me back to the recovery area. So, yeah, there was a nurse over there and I think like two other nurses behind me. And lo and behold, didn't I pass the loudest and probably the longest fart I've ever thrown in my life? It's like, it just kept going and going, and I thought it was never going to stop. So that's what they want you to do. They want you to pass gas. This is the only time where farting is acceptable. You can fart and nobody will call you out on it. And most of all, it won't stink because there's nothing in there. You're totally clean. So I started passing gas, which is good because the sooner you pass gas, the sooner you can have something to eat, something to drink, and then you can go home. If you don't pass gas fast enough, you have to stay there until you fart. You must fart. That is a requirement. It's mandatory. You must fart. So yeah, so I did. So it didn't take me long. And so then I was taken back to the recovery room, and then the nurses were briefing the other nurses in the recovery area. And, and I'm just there asleep, just kind of there dazing off and still. And I can still hear everything. By the way, he has already been passing gas. Okay, good. So then, I started waking up a little more, and then they come to sit me up. And one thing with my body, I'm going to tell you, is that my body tends to hang on to anesthesia for a while, because some people can spring right back up like nothing. Me, it takes me a while it's like I'm waking up, but it's like very slow. So anyway, they give me some more time, and then they come back in, they sit me up, they bring me some cranberry juice. It's good because I love cranberry juice. They asked me what I wanted before I went down, before I went under the procedure. They have this whiteboard where they're writing out all your stuff. They asked me what kind of, they told me what they had, and they told me what I wanted. So I said cranberry. They wrote it down. So they remembered. So when I got back, I got my cranberry juice. And yeah, so then they sat me up on the bed for a while, and then I sat up, and then, before all this happened, the doctor had already talked to my aunt and my sister. They were with me. And wonderful news. They found just like maybe 2 or 3 polyps and no cancer, so I was good. So the only thing they told me, and they told me this in the procedure room, but they also went and talked to my family. Yeah, a few polyps, and I don't have to do it again for 5 years. Now, keep in mind, if they do this procedure and you don't have any polyps or nothing, you're totally 100%, then you might not have to do it again for 10 years. But in my case, I have to do it in 5 years, which is okay. I get it, I'll go back in 5 years. It'll be no problem. But yeah, so no cancer, so that's good. And I really thank my God above, because I'm a man of faith. I'm a Christian. So yeah, that was good. So then, all that went on, and then, I had already passed gas. So then the nurses, I'm there. They're just giving me more time to wake up, and, because I'm still groggy, and I tried to stand and I couldn't stand. I was still very dizzy. So they gave me a little more time. Then the nurses come in and say, "You ready to go home?" Yeah, I'm ready. So I get up and I'm standing, and then I did a video clip of like, "Okay, guys, it's done. That's it. I'm still kind of groggy," but that video clip, I couldn't insert it. I don't know what happened to it. It just didn't want to import. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, so I get dressed and I'm ready to go, and I'm coming. And then my aunt and my sister, they go downstairs before me because they have to go bring the vehicle around to the front where I'm going to be, where the nurses were, we're going to meet at the front lobby of the hospital. They took me down in a wheelchair. I did not walk down. I know some people don't like to go in wheelchairs. They're like, I can walk. No. Just go with the flow. If they tell you that they have to take you down in a wheelchair because it's hospital policy, just go with the flow. Don't give these nurses a hard time. They're just following protocol. And besides, it's a free ride to the wheelchair. It's a free ride. You get a free ride down to the hospital lobby, so take it. Yeah, don't have the pride of like, I don't need a wheelchair. No, just take it. So anyway, yeah, that's it. So I'm heading home, and then I was told to look out for certain things. And there would be still some bleeding when I start going to the bathroom. There'll be some bloody stool for a while, but it should go away within about 24 hours. If it doesn't, call them back or go to the emergency room. So there was, still some bleeding, but it did clear up and it went away. But yeah, so that was, a pretty good experience. I mean, all in all, like I said, it was good. I had no recollection of it. So if anybody out there's going to have this procedure done, it's really not much, especially if you choose the sedation. You'll go through it just fine. You should. I did. And hopefully your experience will go just as pleasant as mine. If you have good doctors, good anesthesiologists, and a very good facility, everything will go great. Oh, somebody's drag racing out there. But yeah, everything will go good for you. So just try to relax, and just try not to be nervous. I mean, I was anxious and nervous, but, and it's normal to be anxious, but, just try to relax and, just look up some videos, look up some research. And I hope my video helps you and puts you at ease. So yeah, guys, that's it. I am going to go ahead and sign out now because I don't want to make the video too long. It's probably long enough already, right? 16 minutes. Well, 16 minutes of this clip. But anyway, so I'll see y'all later, and hopefully y'all like this video. Give me the thumbs up. Give me some comments below. And yeah, So you all just have a wonderful day, an awesome day. It's awesome. Life is good.